and the black mage has plus 25 agility. Now with the difference in these two mages, the red mage on Laffey's side has plus 20 hit percent, and the white mage has plus 15 luck. Since we don't have a thief in the party just yet, but it may come into play, the thief will resist a lot of stuff. It almost has a built-in ribbon. And then the fighter has Steel Lord, which means it gets fast when it has steel armor equipped. But going back to that thief, it resists poison, earth, death, time, status. It just needs elemental resistances, and it's got a ribbon.
Yeah, definitely. There's definitely some options here if they choose to pick up a fourth party member. If they choose to pick up a fourth party member, my personal option would be the thief. That kind of baby ribbon is really strong.
And just like that, the runners are off, immediately going into Canaria, checking the tavern for a white mage, which isn't entirely bad. Ruse at level 1, not bad, but we see Fire 2, Fire 3, hold, Quad X here on the black magic. Kind of a stacked level 1, because Fire 3, really good against undead. Quad X, well, I mean, you can't say really anything bad about Quad X, other than its threshold, but even then, that's not that bad, especially early game.
Yeah, it's really strong here in the early game, especially when we get up to Garland here. It 99% of the time will one-shot Garland. Yeah, a couple things we didn't really mention about the flags is this is Shard Hunt, and all the shards are locked behind trap chests. So we're going to be seeing a lot of combat, a lot of trap chests.
A lot of levels possibly flying in.
Yeah, and the trap chests are scaled based on the location they're in, so you're not going to see some crazy trap chests of, you know, Thunder Dragons or, you know, Eyes at the beginning of the game. It's going to be pretty early, easy scaling in these trap chests.
Extremely tame. Question about the threshold on Quad X. If it is the standard, I'm checking right now. It is the standard 300.
So it looks like here off of the Garland kill from the King and Princess reading the Canoe and the Cube early. Canoe, you're almost always going to get super early. Probably going to see early Volcano plays from both players, depending on what we get from Provoca.
If Warp comes in from Provoca, we may see an early Ice Dive, which, I mean, not always a bad play, but it definitely is a more scary play.
Maybe if they're looking for shards early for a little bit early XP scaling, but Ice isn't incentivized, so I doubt we'll see an Ice Dive. We may, if it gets to that point where there's just no shards in the seed, unless they're just in Ice or Marsh.
I mean, with it being Shard Hunt and the amount of chests that are in the combination of Volcano and Ice, as well as just the general XP yield from Ice, I don't find it to be a bad idea to dive Ice, even though it isn't incentivized.
Alright, getting the early Latoya check for these chests, nothing really of value in there. Maybe the gold, but that's about it.
But Oslodo just resets out of it immediately. Laffey decides to keep it. And we are about to have a check here in Provoca. So let's see what the magic is. We have, well, Heal 1 being probably the best thing of the white magic, and black magic, on the other hand, Ice 3, Saber, Zap, Warp.
There's that level 2 warp like you were saying. Priced kind of high up there at the Ice 3, but we're all obviously going to take all that. That Ice 3, Zap, and Warp are probably the picks at that level.
Oh, absolutely. Alright, Pirates coming up for Oslodo. Gotta wait for some attacks. When's that Fire 3 that's queued up gonna come out? Right now.
And Laffey having that red mage, he's going to be able to double up on these warps and ice 3s, have a little bit stronger sweepers here in the early game with the canal from the pirates. So Laffey's probably going to be clearing a little bit of the early game a little bit faster than Oslodo is, but does have that backup later if level 3 and level 4 is that life and life 2.
Ooh, gold bracelet +3s and steel armor +4 available here in Provoca, though slightly out of range on pricing.
Maybe that knowledge of the steel armor might incentivize them to pick up that fighter.
That's a possibility. And there is the canal for Laffey. And Oslodo is going to head towards Crescent by the looks of it. Maybe make a pit stop in Volcano. We'll find out.
Yep, definitely that Crescent play. Could see him possibly going to Elfland, depending on what this incentive item is. If it's the herb, he might get level 3, level 4 magic, and then head to Volcano. Laffey on their head and heading the opposite direction.
We have a little bit of divergence. Alright, item shop has the tail for just under 17 grand. Level 6 white magic, Cure 3, a rub, and Quake at level 6 black magic. Quake's not bad.
No, Quake's not bad at all. Oh yeah, Harm 4 was also there at level 6. And there's that herb. I swear I'm not playing the seed.
Alright, Thorhammer pickup for Laffey at Dwarves, so definitely a nice find.
I'm going to predict and say Oslodo sticks with a 3-person comp and never comes back for that tail.
I have a feeling you're going to be right on this one.
With a black belt, start seeing a tail as your shop item. That is essentially an incentive you can just knock off the list that you're never coming back to.
Yeah, no kidding there, because ultimately promotion with a black belt is unnecessary.
Now it's just, are we going to find a grind? And we get the ruby there out of Elfland. Oslodo using the fun percent. Looks like we got healthy foods for his selection.
Ooh, I saw exit heal 3 soft at white magic. Rublet 2, lock sleep 2. Oh, life 1 as well. Ooh, alright. So this level 3 white magic is quite good.
Yeah, I didn't see if it was learnable by the red mage.
Exit is not, but life and heal 3 are.
So Oslodo's going to have this slight travel advantage with that exit, but does have the life, which is perfectly fine.
Armor shop, chain armor +5, pretty good armor for quite a bit of the game, honestly.
Yeah, that's a really solid red mage armor. Especially, yeah, like you said, through most of the game. After promotion, we may see a little bit of the stronger armor. Oslodo coming back. Probably want to check out Volcano. It's pretty much all we have right now is Volcano.
Yeah, Volcano is definitely looking like the place to be.
I mean, this may not be a bad play for Laffey coming this direction first. We may see the ship here in Volcano, and he may just pick up the ship, get his herb, and just sail over to Elfland and out the door to Ordeals.
Yeah, that is a possibility that we could see that come from Laffey, where Oslodo jumps into Volcano and he is checking that first chest. It's just the money, and that's not a bad grind, but definitely cannot be taken just yet.
You need some lucky high rolls on that Ice 3.
Looks like 3 shards here in the armory. First one guarded by Mux.
not a bad one. It's pretty high density. We'll probably get a couple levels off this fight.
That's if he manages to survive it.
Yeah, I want to say the monks here, they're definitely not weak to fire. I think they're just like neutral to everything.
If I remember correctly, you're right. Though they do resist ice.
Yeah, which is... Yeah, I probably would have launched the fire and just hope it rolled high.
Oh, absolutely. And Oslodo gonna dive deep here into the volcano. Laffey, though, she ended up deciding to recruit a fighter.
You know, I am fine with this play. We know we're going to get X-Gal at some point. It is incentivized. We know we're going to get the steel armor. We know it's at Provoca. So there's a lot of incentive to picking up that fighter.
Absolutely. And Oslodo just realized he did not pick up life. And
I don't think Oslodo had the cash on hand to pick up life, so this may be a small grind we're gonna get.
it's very possible. Alright, Laffey turning in the herb, and she will get the ruby now. Or in this case, the latte.
Getting my favorite drink.
What I start my workday with, cafe latte.
Yep. I go straight black.
Can't go wrong with a cup of darkness, that's for sure.
Alright, Oslodo back on this Agama floor, hoping to not wipe out to that red dragon.
A mage stick, that's not bad. But no money in these chests.
This is actually pretty rare to not get money. I mean, that XP chest is really good.
Yeah, that XP chest definitely helps a lot, but... Yikes. A sun sword.
Alright. That's gonna pay dividends for Laffey there. That Sun Sword is gonna be amazing. Oslodo cannot use that with his party comp. So, Laffey may find that and might actually be able to take out Carrie.
It's possible. I definitely wouldn't rule it out. And the this Agama tile is actually really good.
I honestly would be taking probably 2 or 3 of these, using my ice spell, because they are weak to ice.
Oslodo deciding against it right now. Laffey, though, she's taking on this tile. And she very well may make it through here.
She may be up to level 9 or 10 off of this, and there's the adamant from the trap chest, so we're on a fetch quest for whatever we need.
And just like that, she is level 9 on everybody except for that fighter.
Alright, so we're grabbing the adamant. We're having to go a long way to Dwarf to turn this in.
Oh, this could be some bad news for Laffey. She's still alive.
Got some low rolls on that Ice 3. Not very good.
She needs to go for the Ice 3 here, or unfortunately perish there.
Alright, Oslodo does now have the gold. We'll be picking up life and the other spells that he did miss out on.
Oh, wall level 4. That's always nice to see.
Yeah, those white. Wow, all the early white magic is really strong. The only thing we're really missing is Life 2 and Cure 4 at this point.
Pretty much. Laffey opting to go away from Volcano.
This might be a play to fill up on heal pots and work their way back.
It's a possibility. There's more gold for Oslodo there. And the Adamant turn in yields the key.
This is really good. To get this here, you can check the Dwarf Armory. Maybe try to snag some more gold. Maybe get an easy shard or two.
What about a root stick?
I'll take that any day.
Oh,
That-
Laffey is pulling one of my personal favorite moves.
Oh, is she where I think she's at?
She's at the pop grind.
Let's go. I appreciate this.
This is an old school move.
If she can get a Frostwolf pack or some trolls or something like that.
Yeah, the Frostwolf pack would be absolutely fantastic, but at the same time, right now this black belt is so squish.
Alright, so hear me out. Abandon the black belt.
I think it is time to abandon the black belt.
You know, Steel Lord, she's right next to where the steel armor's at. This may be, I'm gonna get gold, buy the steel armor, go back into Volcano, and just clear it out.
Oh, absolutely. Because at that point, the damage output is going to be absolutely ridiculous. Though with that fighter on a knee, it's a little terrifying. Gonna go for the heal 3, but not get turn order, and instead, all that experience is gonna go onto the mages. Oslodo pulling some shards out of Locked Canaria. Gonna check these other two chests for a Flame Sword +4. That would be very good for Laffey's fighter. Arm 3 gonna come out and take care of the snakes. And that is Matoya's Crystal coming in, which I think there are really only one of two options at this point.
Let's see, so
One of
Crystal,
three.
yeah, could lead to TNT, Crown, Chip,
Ship or Floater
and-
4.
Floater, no. Floater, we have airboat, so we need both.
Ah, yep.
So it's
I
either
forgot Airboat was on in this flag set, so yeah, both are required.
Yep. So we either continue this quest chain or it's the ship to get out.
Yep.
Even though Oslodo's ahead in the key item chain, I like Laffey's position right now.
I mean, this is still really anybody's game. I have a feeling Oslodo's gonna push for key items as much as possible and then continue from there. And there is that ship for Oslodo coming in from Matoya. So now it's time to explore the world, as the world is his oyster.
Whereas on the other side, Laffey, she did pick up that steel armor. So she has this auto fast turned on already. Does not need to worry about that spell the rest of the scene.
Indeed. Could be one of the scenarios where we see a double fighter come into play.
Unfortunately, can't happen. You can only recruit empties. Which
True.
it would be nice. Oh, trust me, it'd be amazing in this seed, in this flag set, to be able to do that with Steel Lord. You know, Masa on one, Excal on the other.
So, that's a Chime Walks Northwest.
That's entertaining.
So Chime could have actually been on the list of progression as well.
In chat, not Oslodo, pointing Life 2 and Fate at 5.
See, I haven't had a whole lot of time to really look over these flags.
Alright, Oslodo remembering Titans is incentivized.
Oh, he definitely went out just to save, so that way he can have
Warp
that
out.
warp point.
Yup.
Some would call that a veteran move. A ribbon +5, just sitting right in there.
That is incredible. Incredible to find right there.
Oh, sorry about that. Had to mute, otherwise I was gonna sneeze in y'all's ear. Or ears.
And with Laffey, she seems to be struggling a bit on this Medusa grind tile here.
Yeah, I don't... Oh, she does not have the steel armor. Oh. Yeah, I think she's trying to take that tile a little too soon.
Yeah, I think if she'd gone and saved up, maybe done a couple more fights in the Peninsula of Power, got that steel armor, she would be able to survive these fights. Probably with very little issue.
The defense sword +4 coming in from Starda. And it looks like the crown came in from Titans, if I had to guess.
Yep. So we can't do anything with that until we get the chime. Looks like Ordeals is our next play.
Yeah, Oslodo reset out due to having that roost stick. All right. It's a raid from our other match that was going on over on RPG Limit Break. Welcome everybody into the Oslodo Laffey matchup. All you fellow FFR fans, I'm glad you are here for more FFR.
Yes, the more the better.
Alright, Laffey going back up against the Mancap Medusa tile, where Oslodo heading into Ordeals. This is actually a play that I like.
Let's see, so this can be one of 1 of 4 items. It's all it can be. It can be TNT, chime, rod, or floater. That is it.
Hello, scary encounter on Laffey's side.
If we can get priority on this fire, we might be fine. And it not low roll.
It killed most of them, and she's gonna get it.
Okay, you know what? I think this is the best grind tile we found. I would try to hop on this one more time, heal up, and hop on this 1 or 2 more. Like, this is an insane grind tile.
Yeah, no kidding there, and I like the play of her warping out. And I think she ran out of pures.
I think so too. This might be a good, probably get pures, maybe even get houses.
Houses would be fantastic here.
Take 2 or 3 fights.
Oh!
Warp out, house
Oh!
up. Oh, we got the death touch.
Got the death touch coming to play, and death touch came to play. It took 0 prisoners.
Gotta love the vanilla touch flag that was never turned off. So, touch effects are vanilla. We have vanilla scripts on the bosses, and everything else is randomized for enemies.
Yep. But with that vanilla chaos script, you are just rushing to beat the Cure 4. If Oslodo keeps this black belt, he won't have to worry about the Cure 4.
Alright, can confirm Laffey just bought the steel armor.
Perfect.
I possibly would have bought 1 or 2 gold bracelets to throw on my casters. Give them a bit of defense for these upcoming fights. And Oslodo is getting death touched again.
Yeah, he got ambushed, which is not good.
It's
Especially...
twice in a row he's been ambushed, so they rolled on the ambush table.
Yeah, and with it being a box fight, unless there is another box in here that is a trapped box, that's gonna be a nasty item to get.
And it's gonna be nasty for both players, honestly, because that death touch doesn't care about ribbons.
No, it does not. And that's what makes it even worse. Now with Laffey heading back here to Volcano, I'm wondering if she is going to take another at least one of the Twilight Party Pack encounters. Because if she does, that's going to be a huge chunk of XP.
So I'm that guy, I would probably sit and take this till at least level 18. Like, I would secure myself enough experience to just carry me through the rest of the seed.
She decides against it, and there is a second monster in a box here for Oslodo. He is going to take the second one. Much easier encounter with Argoyles here. Ice 3, Harm 3 combination, going to take care of them all. Hopefully. Alright, it is the item, it's the rod. So we know that the sorcerer box is just going to be a shard.
And at this point, I would just abandon that shard. Just, it doesn't exist anymore.
What shard?
What? I don't check them out.
Exactly.
Laffey,
Laffey,
coming back to this.
I like it. It's 2 to 4 Saria.
Wow, these trap tiles are insane in Volcano.
Volcano is Grind City.
Yeah, right now I have 100 of these trap tiles. Definitely favor full parties instead of a single black belt for experience right now.
No kidding there, as Laffey hits level 14 on the 3-man party. Just holy moly.
Alright, Oslodo. Ooh, Hollow Giant's Head. An Agama tile.
Ooh, alright. And Laffey's gonna bring up the black belt here.
I
don't hate it. Because at 25 it would be useful, but 25 is still quite a ways away.
I don't hate it, but I don't agree with it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't agree with it just yet. If there were some shards under the belt, then I absolutely would agree.
But I also semi-agree with it, because it's that nice supplemental damage that the black belt's going to provide at 24 plus 25. Or it's just going to base hit 6 times. And if you get fast, only that's a base hit 12. So it's still going to hit for 800 to 1,000.
Exactly. Alright, red D chest here for Laffey. She should be able to get through it without any problems. Ice 3 comes out. Bye-bye.
And Odron pointing out on Oslodo side, we found an Aegis shield here in Earth 2. So this is definitely a fighter promo seed.
It really is, and it looks like Laffey is going to continue checking some stuff here in Volcano. I would be a little surprised if she doesn't go for finishing out everything in here and killing Carrie.
Oh, I think she could easily take down Carrie. Like, her party is really stacked. She's gonna get that Sun Sword here really soon in the next room.
And another full Twilight Party pack down like it's nothing. And that's an Opal Cheerio coming in. Okay.
I think you just pass that off to your Red Mage and just... Or do your... Actually, no, your Black Mage, because the Red Mage has that chain +5, yeah. Like, this party is gonna be near invincible come level 22+.
Yeah, this party is going to decimate as Oslodo makes it past the speed bump. Now, I think Laffey still has some warp charges available.
I'm pretty sure you're right.
She was contemplating going to grind again and then decides against it. Instead, going to check the chest, getting a quick 3,000. And she passed up the chest that the Sun Sword was in. I don't like this going for the low health kills, but it looks like it's going to pay off. Oslodo, though, continuing through Earth right now. Picking up some shards.
I would be healing my party up. Like, your party's single-digit health.
She's going for the black belt grind here.
I think I'm in full disagreement now on this choice. Again, Laffey is still, from what I understand, relatively new to the game and the community is a duckling.
Yes, she is.
So definitely just, you know, food for thought. Later, you know, the party comp I would have stuck with the fighter, left the black belt down, and just ran with a pro mode fighter with the gear that was presented to you.
Yeah, this is... This is a little concerning, but it is very doable just to be able to get all the levels and actually have that black belt online. The problem I have with it is the amount of time it is going to take.
Yeah, and it's taking this black belt 3 to 4 hits per kill, and these Sorias are chunking 15 to 20 health per hit.
Yes, and Oslodo takes down Lich in the meantime.
Did acquire the TNT in Earth, so we're still on this fetch quest for the floater.
Very true. And immediately ambushed by the Sarias. Kind of unfortunate to see, but it is what it is.
I mean, we both know black belts when they're sent to the moon, they will decimate Topher. Like, they will just fly through the rest of the seed with 0 issues. And that might be the plan for Laffey.
And that's a floater coming in from the TNT, so Oslodo's about to have a massive advantage here. So just like that, Oslodo's in the air, able to go wherever his heart desires. And he is going to start off here in the Cardia Isles.
He can go anywhere he wants except for Northwest Castle.
Who needs to go to Northwest Castle?
True. That's very true. Up until it's our go mode loop.
See, Thavian knows exactly where I was going with this.
Oh, exactly. I would 100% do Cardia into Sky. Like, easy pick.
And... Alright.
Alright, I guess we are on Oslodo's side is looking for Xboxes only and finding our grind. And yeah, that's where we're at.
Yeah, that's item go, just needs the shards, and then it's full go.
Yeah, I'd be beelining Xboxes, getting into the shards as fast as possible, and then finding my grind and just to the moon.
Well, since Oslodo knows that there are Agamas in Hall of Giants, I'm pretty sure that's where he's going to end up doing his grind.
More than likely, yeah. I didn't see if it was the A-side or B-side Agama. It did have a red giant with it, so it might just be the one of the A-side tiles.
Now, while we were talking about Oslodo being in go mode, Laffey has hit level 21 on that black belt, so the speed at which she kills these Sarias is going to go much, much faster.
Yeah, looks like she's one-shotting them now. 8,000 experience per fight for, I think that was a 4-pack.
Yeah,
looks
that
like
was a 4-pack.
Looks like we're sitting between 2 and 8,000 experience, depending on the Saria count.
Which is still quite good. I mean,
no, 4,000 to 8,000 because it's minimum 2 Sarias.
Yeah, so like getting up to 42, honestly, would be pretty easy to do. It just would take a while. So personally, I would say stop at 32, 33.
Yeah, she could probably stop at 32 and call it good from there. Hopefully, Carrie didn't roll something stupidly high and just one-shot Fritz the black belt.
And with her moving the black belt into slot 1, which is a move I also disagree with, this does introduce the chance of morale breaking these Sarias.
Yeah, and that's something that isn't really discussed much with newer runners and just really the community as a whole, is that vanilla mechanic of the morale break based on level or average level of the party of standing party members in slot 1.
Exactly, and blink and you miss it. Those were Gurmadeuces over on Oslodo's side, and there's the X-Cal +3 coming in from the robot.
Yeah, XL +3. Honestly, if Oslodo was just, yeah, he's doing what I said he was probably going to do, was just get that one. Actually, I don't even think he got the shard. He just straight up reset out.
Yeah, he just full on reset out. Fast at level 7 in on rack, but Invis 2 available. Not a bad find.
Both promo locked though, and Oslodo's not playing for promo. So he's not going to have fast at all this seed.
No, he is not, and Laffey is still going on these Sarias, where Oslodo is just extending his lead further and further, and now it looks like he is about to go into Mirage Sky.
Alright, looks like we're checking for desert tiles. No, we're not checking for. I would have possibly been checking for the blue stakes outside of Mirage there in the 4 quadrants, just to maybe see if you could do it after Sky.
It's possible. And oh, guards have nuke.
We found it.
We found the damage.
And
That means Mirage is terrifying too.
this Mirage in air is suddenly infinitely more dangerous.
Yeah, nuke bot kind of says, "Hi, I'm gonna eat you for breakfast." Yeah, Oslodo currently has 6 shards. He is not getting turn order to save his life. And he is planning on moving up to Mirage 2, where this is a better encounter.
Yeah, it definitely is. Laffey moving her black belt to slot 2, removing that chance for morale break. She may have had a fight with a morale break and shifted slots when that happened.
A good plan to keep the morale from breaking.
Alright, so I think this even though Laffey is numerous key items behind this point, you know, this grind may be her opportunity with Oslodo just taking wipe after wipe here in Mirage and Air. Might be that opportunity that she needs to gain and claw this time back.
Oh, absolutely. It's completely possible. Because if Oslodo just keeps wiping here, it's more and more time going down the drain for him. She's about to be at 32 and have the 8-hit threshold reached. And Oz is just continuing to push on.
There's that level 31, just one level away from potentially finishing this grind. Our tracker Scruff asking when the opal necklace stops being useful on the black belt. Yeah, with Davian said about 40-ish, depending on stats and blur things. But yeah, 40 to 42, usually about when you're done with your grind.
But with it being +4, it'd probably fall closer into the 42, maybe 43 range.
Yeah. Alright, and these ogres have instant death spells, so I am hoping it doesn't go south really fast, because that would be 15 minutes just gone.
Yeah, that would have been really bad, but she makes it through. The black belt is ground up. She did stop at 32, and she has so much damage online now that it's not even funny. Going up to Carrie's orb, healing up, and she's going to have her first fiend fight coming in just a moment. Oslodo, on the other hand, getting stopped by some Germadeuses.
Yeah, we might see a one-punch-man fight here.
Fire 2 comes out from Carrie, a swing, 8 for 475. Another dart comes out, going to be an effective 8 for 578. And good night, Carrie. Sleep well. 2 shards for Laffey, and I believe those were her first 2. Oslodo here on Sky 2, getting a second Procate +5. Big find there. And that is the question coming from Davian Hawk in chat, whether or not Laffey can catch up.
I believe.
I mean, it's a bit of a tall ask. It's not impossible.
Yeah, I mean, Oslodo still hasn't taken any sort of grind yet. I'm expecting Oslodo's gonna wait till he's at that 24 shard threshold to maximize his experience. And then, yeah, I'll go back to that Agama grind in Hollow Giants.
She picked up the tail. I have a feeling she's going double melee.
I think you're right. I think we may... Yeah, this is going to be a little... I think she has a chance. If she can just the hold A and praise strats with melee on all the fights.
It would work. Alright, Oslodo here on Sky 3 going into CC's Gambit gets a main cap Medusa. Running low on fades. Does have Bane available in the tank. We could see a Tia kill coming in from Oslodo before too terribly long. But only time will tell on that. This fade is going to have to get some good damage out, and it did.
Yeah, still got all those band cats and Medusas. We have a couple more chests here. Run a check. How's Oslodo? Uh-oh. Are these the nuke fighters or are those the guards? I don't remember.
It's the guards that have nuke.
Okay. So he should be fine on this one. Yeah, if I was Oslodo, I would only be opening Xboxes. I wouldn't be checking anything else.
Yeah. If robots show up, there are nukes. But the only robot that won't have a nuke is the Sentry. And let's not talk about that beautiful death machine known as Warmech.
Luckily, he is just sitting in the maze, pacing around, so we don't have to worry about him.
Speaking of a Sentry, we do see one here, and there it goes.
Yeah, those sentries, I think if they get advantage, they may just open up and launch that nuke.
So it was the guards that have nuke. The sentries are just fine. Now Fire 3 being used on the Wizard Vampires, and that's level 20 for Oslodo. And there is only one nuke in the enemy pool itself. Alright, Oslodo going to the greed checks here. Pulls out a fire hydrant box. Out of Ice 3 is going to have to use Lit 3, and I believe he's out of Fades as well.
I believe you're right. He is very low on his resources and arsenal. This, if he takes on Tia, it might be a little sketchy.
I mean, he does have Banes available, so it's doable. And I say that very loosely, but it doesn't look like he is going to go for it. I can appreciate that.
I appreciate it, but he's losing out on shards that are just sitting there. He's relying on those chests now, so it's going to require him to go into maybe Ice or Marsh, which is just going to cost more time.
He's grabbing the tail, so that way he can get fast. And Laffey now has her ship. And yeah, if he were to take a wipe at Tia, that time loss would be very significant. Alright. Next stop for Oslodo, heading into the volcano. Only shards, I believe.
It had to be a key item. I just don't know which one. 'Cause I don't think we have anything open.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh.
I think he may have?
If he ran from that incentive chest, not realizing it, this could spell disaster.
It really could. But what we need to find out is how many shards Oslodo is from actually having everything ready to go.
I'm expecting a menu after this fight to heal up his black belt, so we may get a good idea of where he's at on shards.
Yeah, I think so. Or after this monster in a box. Alright, Oslodo making quick work of these encounters now.
I saw like 15, 16 shards.
Yeah, he's 16 shards. He's got 8 to go, about to have 7. He's got key and loot, so we at least know those are off the table, but I didn't see what the key item was. Alright, Oslodo deciding to jump back in here to the Twilight Party Pack. Pulling out the Mage Stick, throwing out Fire 3s. He knows where Agamas are. He knows that the Starias are down on the Agama tile.
He might be doing this to get his casters at a reasonable level first, before doing the solo grind.
Okay, Thavian confirming that Oslodo did not gain an extra key item, so he definitely faded the Sky Incentive, which that might spell some disaster.
Okay, so if it comes to it, we know he's probably going to go into ice and or marsh. But if both of those come up empty and they're just all packed in water, and then Oxyal's just sitting in air, this is very bad for Oslodo.
Yeah, there's so much that can go completely awry now. But with Laffey having ground up to 32 at this point, she might be able to break the sorcerers.
Possible. Very possible. She may not have that issue.
And if she's able to morale break the sorcerers, then she's set and ready to go.
And that would give her +1 in that shard count over Oslodo. And Oslodo skipped all of Mirage shards. He skipped every single chest in there. That was like 5 shards he skipped.
Exactly. Now, if he decides to go back to Sky and defeat Tia, he gets 4 shards. I think he's at 6 shards remaining right now, if I'm not mistaken.
I think you're right. So once he does carry, he might be 4 or 5 short.
If he needs 7, he will be just short. Fade gonna come out, 89 damage. A punch gonna come out for 48. Carry attacks herself as the Confused did land. Quad X, a race terminated. And that is carry down for Oz. He's 7 shards off.
So he's actually 5 short once you trigger that cutscene. You get those 2 shards. So he's 5 short now.
No, I think he menued after the cutscene. If he didn't menu after the cutscene, then yeah, he's 5 off. But if he Menued after the cutscene. Okay, thank you, Budge.
Alright, he's gonna pull off
Yep,
the
5
same
off.
grind. Yeah, he's gonna pull off the same grind. He's gonna Saria grind here.
I like this. But he's not moving the mages up.
I mean, his mages are level 23 and 24. I would do the lava run, drop them to 1, and just flip them up to the top and just hold A.
I agree. Alright, Laffey's made it through the pillar maze, so she is good there. Alright, here we go. It's time for the Sorcerers of Doom. And she makes it through no problem.
Just hold A. That's all it was.
Auto retarget showing its usefulness in battle there, or during the battle. Alright.
Sure.
Oslodo almost has the Black Mage down. Alright, Black Mage down. Rod pickup for Laffey. And now he just needs that White Mage to fall flat. And she's down to 13. So she's close. And just like that, Solo Black Belt gonna go to town for 18,000 XP.
Wow! And that was for a 4-pack, so that means we're looking at what, 12,000 for a 2-pack? If my math is right?
9,000.
9,000. Okay.
So yeah, this grind is gonna be a lot more efficient.
Yeah, they even pointed out in chat, 19 shards, 2 orbs is insane amounts of damage. Like, damage, experience, everything. Like, this grind's not gonna take very long, maybe 3 or 4 minutes at most.
So there's a problem with your math on that. It's not an and.
And
oh wait, no. Sorry, there's a problem with my math on that, because I always misread it as and, not or.
Ah.
Let me flip that. But yeah, the orbs are just shards for the calculation, or at least that's what I thought. Because Laffey was getting... Yeah. No, that actually makes sense, because... with this not actually being like the orbs, instead it's grabbing the shards. It does cause the XP bonus to only come from shards. So yeah, it is a flat 100% bonus.
Alright, it looks like Oslodo is going to take this all the way to the moon. We're going to 42.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's no reason not to, especially when you can just amass a quick 18,000 XP from one fight. Case in point right here.
Yeah, this seed was just loaded with grind tiles, whether you wanted to go with a full party comp or the black belt comp. Because we know we have the vampire pack on the second floor, and we have the Sarias here and Ag on the floor.
Exactly. So it's either way you want to go, and really, Oslodo even though it does make up until you grind much harder, just the payoff of the more efficient grind ends up saving so much time in this scenario.
Oh, definitely. And I definitely think it's safe to say that if Laffey had stuck with just the fighter instead of the black belt, with the promo, she would definitely be in a better spot, probably be a bit further in the seed, than trying to manipulate the XP between the black belt and the fighter the way she did.
Yeah. I mean, there are so many different scenarios that could have played out at the same time. Like, there could have been a bad wipe for Oslodo and Sky that set him back. There's the TNT for Laffey. Like, the infinite possibilities that could have happened. But this is the one that we have. And Oslodo, I believe, is about to hit 42. I think he's really close to it, if not already there. Okay, he's not quite there yet.
Maybe 1 or 2 more fights.
This fight should do it?
It's 16,000? I would assume so. If not, the next one for sure.
Yeah. I mean, 18,000 XP, this should cause that black belt to go up to 42. But we will find out here in just a moment. Though Laffey still has the opportunity to catch up in shards. There's 42 for the black belt on Oslodo's side. And he is done with the grind. He has his characters at the level that he wants them at. So now it is just time to go grab the last of those shards and head into Topher.
Why not punch Nagma?
And gets a level 43 from it. Sure. Works for me.
Alright, so my guess is he's probably going to head back into air, punch a Tia, and then try to find this last shard.
I mean, he knows that there's that one shard in Ordeal that wouldn't be the greatest idea, but at the same time not the worst.
Actually, he knows exactly where 5 shards are at. They're on the first 2 floors of Mirage.
Yeah. That's true. He just has to worry about those nuke guards. He's got to make it past those, and then he's good.
Looks like we're just heading straight to Tia. Might be looking for that last shard in the lock side of Topher. I know that's something that I've seen a few players run.
It's either that or he grabs one of the Xboxes on the way up and calls it good. And by on the way up, I mean coming back in and hitting Mirage 1 on the way up. Alright, Laffey turning in the TNT, getting that floater airboat activated for Laffey as well. But she has a lot to catch up on in order to get to where Oslodo's at. And Oslodo going to take the Gurnaga box here, and that's just going to be an instant kill in a moment.
Yeah, his punch going to go through, yeah, 2,000. Okay. Nope.
That's the key item. It's a bottle.
The Xbox he skipped. He's like, no, I don't need that. And it was the key item.
Laffey heading up to Bahamut right now, and she is promoting.
Do we know if she found that X-Cal? I don't.
She has not gone to Waterfall yet, and that is, if I remember correctly, where the X-Cal resides.
Yes, you are correct.
Alright, Oslodo onto the Bridge of Destiny. Don't have to worry about any mechs, but definitely have to worry about sorcerers.
Those sorcerers don't care what that black belt's health and magic resist are. It will still just one-shot it.
Makes it through the bridge. Gonna punch Bane and Fade. Fade comes out, gonna do chump change. Bane's gonna come out ineffective. Was hoping to see some poison smoke there. And the punch, 9 for 609 damage. Not a whole lot. Bane gonna come out again. Ineffective for the second time. White Mage just gets eaten. 9 hits, 489. Bane gonna be attempted for the third time. Poison smoke!
Gets it
And
before the black belt can take it out.
terminated.
Alright, I think we're going to see the patented X-for strats from Oslodo on Chaos.
I hope so. Alright, he does come back into Mirage 1. He is going to pick up one of these Xboxes. He's going to honestly pick up the easier one of the two, in my opinion, or however many there are here. Easier one of the insert number -3. Let's go with that.
I think the other one was the nuke box.
The other one is the nuke guard. And Laffey is taking a arrow grind here. It is the fake blue stake. And just like that, Oslodo is ready to go into Topher. He is gonna make his way over to Bahamut's. Probably, well, okay, yes, he is actually gonna make his way over to Bahamut's. He's gonna promote, go get fast. And then I think it's time to attempt Topher.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's. I guess he could do that. He could just one punch. I mean, he doesn't have temper, I don't think, or yeah, no temper, no power bomb. So I think the fast actually becomes mandatory.
Yeah, fast does become mandatory at this point. And yes, Danathak, in FF1, you got Badman, you've got Man-Cats, you got Catmans. There are all sorts of fun enemies. And one of the very, very fun flags that you can run is something called Randomizer, where you can get Catman and Man-Cat in the same encounter.
Alright, Laffey working her way through air here, picking up these shards. Looks like she skipped the boxes on the first floor. Or at least maybe the nuke box. She may have actually taken it down.
Yeah, the evil men are much, much worse in vanilla. When Fox, test your knowledge here. Why are the evil men worse in vanilla?
No idea. I run from them.
They have nuke. They are the enemy that contributes nuke to the regular enemy pool.
You know, I probably knew that doing speedruns of this vanilla game and just seeing the nuke and just resetting the run and just like, nope, reset run, run's dead.
No, reset run comes into play when you're fighting Lich 1 or Lich 2. Lich 1 in the PSP version because you can get one shot in the vanilla. But
yeah, didn't they give him like death touch for some stupid reason?
Right. All right. Oslodo into Topher. And Lich still has Stun Touch, even in the PR. Or not in the PR, even in the PSP version. Alright, blink and you miss it.
Fire, punch, dead.
No nuke coming out of Lich 2. Dead Thing is even more dead.
Yep.
Oslodo just barreling down. So for 42 black belt, just doing 42 black belt things, you know how it is. Gonna go ahead and fast up. Fire 3 comes out. It's gonna do a little bit of damage to the Black Wizard, but a fasted punch, 15 hits for 2,084 damage, definitely is going to put Carry 2 in her grave.
You know, normally we'd be going back and forth in the play-by-play calls on these speed fights, but they're getting one-rounded, so it's not as entertaining to cast one-round fights. Like fight, ruse, and fast. That's all we're gonna get. Probably gonna one-shot the Kraken.
Well, not gonna be the case because fast did not go out beforehand. But that ruse saved the white mage. Quad X can come out, 9 hits, 590 onto the black belt. Quad X comes out, ineffective, Cure 3 on the white mage, gonna put her back up to 272. And the punch 9 for 1347 takes down Kraken 2. Onwards to Tia 2 as Laffey sitting at 13 shards right now. She's not doing too bad.
Not bad at all. I take back what I said. That got a little sketchy there for about a round and a half.
It really did. Little terrifying there. All right, Tia 2 gonna open up with a punch fade into fast, maybe? No. Going for the 6% chance on Bane. I like this. 6 hits, 968. Bane comes out, gonna be ineffective, but Tia's gonna follow up with a Bane of her own.
That Bane just ate through the equivalent magic defense of a ribbon. It hit that like 1%, 2% chance.
Yeah, it's a 3 and 256 at that point, but the second punch for 873 is going to take down Tia 2. That got a little terrifying.
Yeah, the White Wizard standing is what saved that. That could have been disastrous instantly.
Indeed, and Oslodo, with a sorcerer encounter, gets away from it and is on Chaos's floor, soon to pull the final fiend. That ribbon being huge in the Tia 2 fight. Checking armor, everything looks good. Talks to Garland 3 times, and here we go into the Chaos fight. Gonna ruse fast just to start, which I like getting the defenses up, but with Chaos, if he goes spell happy, and I don't think he can roll high enough to survive more than 2 hits, it can be a little scary. Bane gonna come out immediately after, gonna be ineffective with 3 and 256. 11 hits for 1299. Wall's gonna come out to protect the Master, and Crack comes out, so that wall actually showing what it's worth. Bane comes out again, ineffective. Another punch, 10 hits, 1304. Chaos is still alive, but not long for this world. A swing and a miss from Chaos. Fade coming out, gonna ice 3. Punch comes in, 14 hits, 2144. Get your GGs out for Oslodo, taking game 2 here in this round of 64 with an official racetime.gg time of 1 hour, 13 minutes, and 3 seconds.
And with that 2-0 victory over Laffey, Oslodo moving on to the round of 32, where he'll be taking on none other than a Spellzap.
And just like that, we are joined by Oslodo. GG's, and how about that Bane from Tia 2?
That was a moment. I was like, cute. It's very cute. It's still not as bad. So because I don't think a lot of people saw the match last night that we had. This is the second time that Centuries have had absolute garbage scripts. And
Yeah.
That
So,
horrible.
did you like eating Nuke?
Nope. Did not like that at all. And it's the second seed in a row that we rolled the black belt. Now this time, decent grind. Saria's great grind.
All right, I hate to interrupt, Laffey.
Oh yeah, there's a
we
Warmech.
have Special guest to the stream, the Warmech.
Yes, he has said hello to Warmech. Lit 3 is going to come out. A swing, 4 hits for 286. Warmech just devours the Black Wizard, and she is going to decide to cast Life, but Nuclear is going to come out. She's still alive. Swing, 5 hits for 97. The punch actually did some respectable damage, but she is deciding to evasion up a little too, I would say a little too late here. Heal 3 does get initiative, so at least the Knight will survive. Locke's going to come out and hit Warmech, but the Black Belt going down, the Master. Life going to be used on it, and she's going to lock again. 8 hits, 311. That's a terminated Warmech for Laffey.
I respect the Warmech. I always do.
I always forget that he's wandering around. I expect to see him on the Bridge of Destiny.
Not this time.
No, funny thing is, I probably would have beat him down if I saw him. Just for the funsies.
That's why you go right.
I'm still sticking by my up and left, but that's just me.
No, you just go right and you hold right forever.
Well, you could technically do that if you really want to see stuff.
Yes,
I'm just-
and you're getting chastised in chat right now.
Failed and Sky Incentive.
You faded that Sky
Oh.
incentive.
No, I knew that. No, I knew. I didn't need it. I really didn't need it. Because I knew it had to lead somewhere that I did not want to go. Odds are it was Shine to let me into the Crown to get me the Oxyale, which will have the it was a path I did not want to go down. I already went to Waterfall and that was a bust. Have an X-Cal. No, thank you.
But what if it were the Chime to get you the slab, to get you the Oxyale, to then get you the Power Bonk?
Oh, I need Power Bonk. I had leveled up to... I was 43, 44 by the time I hit Chaos. I wasn't worried.
You were 43, I believe.
I think I was. I know it was above 42. Because I remember my ending HP was 902, which was hilarious. I was like, good.
Ooh, Laffey's in a bit of dangerous territory right now against this Tia. She is, she's got a Knight on a knee and the Red Wizard barely standing. The Knight is at 13 HP, not doing much damage. 4 hits, 357 coming from the Red Wizard. 8 hits for 25. Blizzard's gonna come out. She's really close.
Oh!
She gets through, Tia.
Bravo on that. Bravo on that. Just
Oslodo,
don't
so
go...
I have to ask.
Yeah.
This is the second tournament in a row. Your next round opponent is going to be Spellzap.
Yeah, I know.
2 tournaments in a row.
I know. I know. I've already relegated myself to understanding that pain is upon me. But it's a great learning experience, I'm sure.
Don't worry.
Spellzap's always a great opponent to learn from.
Exactly. Don't worry. The tracker of this race is going against Woobear, so he can feel the pain with you.
I would honestly rather go against Woo. At least I know where Nuke was. I just saw it. It was at level 7. Not that I was ever going to get it.
Nah, and fast at level 7 was definitely a thing.
Oh, that was a given. There was no way I was going to get through there without fast. Not a chance. Which is annoying because we saw the Blursings when Thavian rolled, and I was like, a knight with steel fast, a thief with like a mini ribbon. This is going to be great. Oh, it's a black belt seat again. Okay, fine. We'll do this again. Yeah, I saw steel armor was in Provoca. I did catch that. Wasn't happy about it.
But that's
But
also,
same.
that's also the wrong steel, because then that'd be made of hide.
True. But to be oh, don't.
Oh no.
There it is.
Yep.
Yeah, great. Thanks, guards. Thanks. If it's not stone poison, it's nuke.
Shout outs to the one nuke in the enemy pool rolling onto
Ugh.
the enemy that's in the chest to the north.
Oh, it's so bad. I opened it and I was like, this couldn't be. Nope.
You open it, you're like, oh, this is fun. Nope. Just straight up, nope.
Nope. Steel armor was an option if I wanted to pick up a fighter, but to be fair, if I start with a black belt, I'm 3-manning it. I'm just going.
You stuck to it.
I wasn't changing, especially, and that's the reason I took the white mage, because the white mage had the plus luck as well as the black belt. So it's like, well, I can run from just about anything.
All right, she's fighting nuke with nuke, and she won.
Nice. That was annoying. Someone had to kill them. Didn't find a second ribbon though. A little annoying.
Yeah, speaking of ribbons and some things that happened.
Mm-hmm.
How about that sorcerer box at the top of ordeals?
The first time it's like, okay, bad RNG. Second time I was just like, you know what? I'm hoping it's not in this box. And then I went and checked that. And I was like, oh, thank you. And then I just got out of there. I'm like, nope, we're done.
So that leads me into a follow-up question, and that is, with the Black Mage having plus 25 agility, were you actually considering throwing that up into slot 1 to have a better chance of either 1, not getting surprised, or 2, getting a preemptive?
Totally forgot he had it. I'm just gonna be honest. I took the black mage was forced, so it's like, well, I don't really care what he has, because no matter what he has, it's not going to make a difference in most cases. It made a difference. The only time I think I noticed it was when I was trying to get the Saryas to finish him off. It's like, why are you dodging so much? Just take a nap.
Yeah, edge case scenarios.
But when I found the Sarya pack, I was like, this is perfect. This is the grind. Because last night when we ran game 1, the best, and I mean the best grind I could find was a 4-pack of our Hydras in the trap tile in Mirage, and I died going out. It was great.
Yeah, the Mirage tile is one of those that, even though you do take a chunk of EXP out of it, I would always keep 2 characters for it.
Thavian, you're alright. I did cast wall at the end on Chaos just to make sure. After the Tia 2 Bane, I was like, well, great. Here we go.
Okay, Laffey is back here into Sky. I know she is looking for more Xboxes for shards.
The one down below is 1. I remember that one because I picked it up. Yeah, Black Belt can punch through anything. I think we've proven that. With no temper, it was just like, but again, the key difference is that the Black Belt's hit crit rate is double the level. Because it wasn't, we don't have that option turned off in this tournament. So I was like, well, good.
Yeah, approximately. It's slightly different, but it's not nerfed. Is the whole point.
Where was the
way that-
incentive chest up here? No, I
was-
picked it up. There's the bottle.
Yeah, it's the bottle.
Yep, I just didn't bother with the bottle. That's what.
There was nothing to chug.
Yeah, top right. I remember. I picked it up and I was like, "Ugh, I don't need this. I need shards.
A shard. What's that?
A slice depends on what you do.
I mean, even still, my question stands.
Well, at that point, it was grab as many shards as I can, as fast as I can, so I could level as quickly as I can.
All right, Laffey
Let's go, mode.
getting out of here. That is go mode. She is set and ready to rock and roll. But first, a
Fun
message
police.
from our fun police.
Ugh.
Now, I know with the competitive and for FFR, she is very, very new.
But I mean, I watched back our first race. She's got encounter manipulation, like overworld encounters, down pretty solid, like really solid. Because last night there was a long hero run off the hard reset, and we both took full advantage of it.
Oh, you have to.
Where was Brack? I didn't see Brack. It must have been up at level 8.
Laffey.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
figured.
was level 8. Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't going for that.
Yeah, I wouldn't see you going for that.
I did.
At
I mean,
all.
I did try to bane every fiend refight that wasn't Carry or Lich. Didn't work. Didn't work on Chaos either.
There you go, Laffey. Don't try to use the rod on the loot plate. It doesn't work.
I did the same thing, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I'll chastise you more about that later.
I'm sure. Oh, no question about that. That I'm going to get yelled at for that.
I mean, I'll make sure Jay really gives you crap about it.
Trust me, I know.
I mean, Oz and I are teammates, so you know he gets it from Bubble Soda Co as well.
We try. Lich behaved this seed though. That's twice I hit that there was no nuke.
Oh, Odron, I'll yell at you too. Don't worry. She
Oh,
does not know
Aggie-
October.
Aggie said ice too.
That's another question I had for you. You saw Agamas in the Hall of Giants. Were you considering going back to hit those?
Nope. Saw the red giant. Said absolutely not. They hit like trucks.
Fair.
It was the. If I'm desperate, I will check this. I will do it after I check what was in the Toph locked. But when I found the Sarias, I was like, well, this is it. So I did the old go down, kill the fiend, don't warp out, kill off your party, and then beat the crap out of some Sarias.
And at that point, I think you had 2 shard breakpoints active at that.
Yep, and 2 orbs as well.
So the thing is, the orbs don't count. It only counts off of the shards because it is a shard hunt.
Yeah, or 8.
If it
Yeah.
were lighting the orbs specifically, it would actually count for the orbs, but
Man, that would be even better. But it didn't matter. I mean, at that point, it was like, I need to have enough to make this grind worth my while.
and you
That's why
had that 100%.
Well, that's why I didn't go back earlier. Like, I knew where the grind was, but it's like, no. And then I came back and took out Tia. Hi, Kraken.
Defense sword, roost stick, both going out. 7 hits for 558. That master is on a knee, but 2 locks come out. That's going to be quite a bit of extra damage coming out. going to decide to heal 3, and what's the other option? Gonna lock. 9 hits for 64 damage. That's a good start. 7 for 371 though is much better. Heal 3 is going to come out, bringing the Master back up from a knee. Unfortunately, that dark penalty is not going to be feeling so good.
Gotta love improved dark. Well,
Yeah,
I
no
do.
kidding there. I actually do too. 5 hits, 186 coming from Kraken. Fighter or Night responds with 9 for 115, and there's the miss.
Makes you want lamp. Where was Cure 4? I didn't see that either.
Your 4 was level 7 Gaia.
No, wasn't getting that.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, at that. Cure 3 did semi-good job.
Gear 3 did what it needed to do.
Sure did. So if I'm not mistaken, that red mage doesn't have life magic?
You are mistaken,
Okay.
because life was level 3 slot 1.
Mm-hmm.
So it has life 1.
Oh, it has life
and
1.
Technically, life 2 was learnable.
Oh, I definitely picked that up. That's the only reason I got through that Tia 2 fight.
Yup.
If I didn't have
That
life
life
2,
two-
it was game over.
That life 2 saved you bacon, and Laffey
Oh.
contemplating using a life here, but instead opts for a lit 3. It's going to go out for 70,
Oh!
and that's going to be it for Kraken 2.
Yeah, Fabian, I knew where fast and invis 2 was. I grabbed both. Life 2, level 5. Yeah, saw it when I went and was like, ooh, yes, please.
Dead Black Mage turns into a hat more often than not.
Pluck, pluck.
Alright, Laffey healing up, getting ready for this.
To be fair, I almost bought X for Thavian. My love for X for is well known around the community. Fantastic spell.
4 worms, and they have
Ooh,
thunder! She gets away!
Nasty.
That's disgusting, and she's
Oh.
desperately
Oh, no.
low on resources.
Oh, the heal pots. So
All right,
Oh.
this is where things are going to get terrifying, because she doesn't have Bane. She can
Does have nuke.
Overzap. It'd be a 3 into 56. She has nuke. She has temper. She's going to temper up the Master, which she promoted at 32, but that Bane... Oh, it missed? It missed?
Oh, of course.
She's going to swing. Lit 3 and Lit 3. Here we go. 8 hits for 114. Lit 3 is going to come out for 48 damage. Ice 2 comes out, hitting that Master quite hard. Another Lit 3 comes out for 53, and the punch 4 hits for 683. Not a bad punch, all things considered. Swing comes into play. 9 hits, 551. Punch 6 hits, 535. She makes it through Tia 2, and she is... Oh, this is...
That's
It's doable.
no more life charges, though. I mean, oh no.
Oh, no. Okay, this is where things become very terrifying. She has got to get out of this encounter.
Quick. Oh boy.
Little more dicey, and by a little more, I mean a lot more dicey now. It's not impossible, but she's gonna need to have some really really good luck going through this. And if anything, I would move that master down.
Yep, down.
But she decides against doing that. She is going to throw up her defenses. She is going to saber up the red, and she is going to temper up the knight. She didn't move the... I don't think she moved the ribbon either. So here we go. Chaos opens up with a melee. 2 hits for 219. Gonna ruse defense sword. Is it gonna be a saber or... It's going to be a saber, and following up with another temper onto the knight. Here we go. More rounds, more buffing. Crack comes out ineffective on everybody except for the Black Wizard. It's time to start punching. Going to saber up on the red again. Ice 3 is going to come out. The master down on a knee, 6 hits, 183. Punch comes out, 7 hits, 663. And it's time to attack, but that knight is now on a knee, 6 hits, 365. 3 hits, 106. Not getting bad damage. Swirl comes out, and that's going to wipe the party. Ooh. And Laffey throws in the towel after that, and I can't blame her. But still, well played.
Yeah, that was that chaos can get rather nasty. Although I will say, I'm going through the chat with Budge saying the only thing stopping me is sorcerers are slow too, and then proceeds to run to a bunch of sorcerers. Thankfully, they morale broke.
Yes, they did.
That was holding my breath for that one. I was like, no, I'm not really interested in dealing with this. Thank you. But again, I know where my future lies. I got Spell Zap. It's going to be... Yeah.
Yeah, you have fun against Spell Zap.
Nope. Nope.
That's the answer I expected.
Oh, it's okay, bud. You didn't actually... It didn't do anything. The only time they got me was at that trap chest twice in ordeals. Thankfully, I remembered the numbers to get through the pillars. And it wasn't pillar 4. Which would have been horrible.
Hey, sometimes that happens. But Laffey does not have a mic, so we won't be getting an interview from her. So, yeah, with that, Winfox, I know I've been talking a lot. You got anything you want to throw in before we toss it over to final thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, Oslodo, as we discussed a couple times, you have Spell Zap. Laffey has been knocked down to that last chance qualifier race on the round of 64. Not out of the tournament yet. Can still make that climb through that last chance qualifier. I guess Battle Royale, you can call it, kind of thing. So not out of it. Still more races to go. GG's to Oslodo. I'll probably see you in the in that race after
Oh, yeah.
Racks. So I'll see you there.
Oh, I'll be there.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Well, Oslodo,
Yes, sir.
you're moving on to face Spell Zap.
Yeah.
We already know how you feel, but
well,
any other final thoughts?
GG's to Laffey. This, winter tournament it's a rough tournament sometimes. It's, you get a lot of really interesting seeds, and, sticking with it and doing your thing. Thanks to, again, Fabian for stepping up and actually getting this broadcast. I know normally it's me doing all this work, but unfortunately, I'm not allowed to broadcast my own races.
I wonder why.
I don't know. And yes, Fabian, you... The second black belt seed in a row, second one where guards had garbage in their scripts. Yeah, I was like, come on. Especially because you gave us such nice stuff. The fast fighter, the thief with the mini ribbon. I was like, this is going to be... Oh, it's a black belt again.
Hey, I offered to roll.
You did. I mean, listen, last night's was a fizzle seed. So, I mean, I hit the fizzle wall quite quickly. And it was either that, it was either Thavian or Danny. I don't want to know what Danny had in store.
Probably something akin to this.
I imagine we're pretty close to it. But I mean, I look forward to getting a lesson from Spells app so I can watch the race back and be like, okay, this is what he did and this is what you did. This is the best opportunity I've had to learn pretty much in my.
I mean, any race against Spells app is a great learning opportunity, and on top of that, he is willing to help pretty much anybody improve their play.
Mm.
He and I did it back in the day, so it's a great learning experience.
Yeah, Laffy, come on. Black belts are amazing once you get used to them. I mean, I've always been a black, like I love seeing black belts. It's like, oh, okay, let's find a grind. Fortunately, this time there was a grind. That is the one saving grace, Davian. The one saving grace. You gave me a grind that had no scripts.
Good old Sarias.
Thank you.
Wind Fox. Any final thoughts from you, my friend?
Nothing too crazy. Just more games coming up. Now we got a bunch tomorrow coming up. Many more to come for the rest of the week. Even the round of 32 came out heavy with their races in week 1, even though we had a whole extra week to do our races. But yeah, GG's to Oslodo. Davey and Hawk for putting this together for Restream. Mr. Scruff and Ninja Tuna coming in for tracking. Always great doing commentary with you, Sonny. Always appreciate it. A lot of fun.
Oh, I definitely echo that with you, Wind Fox, and definitely want to give thanks to both Oslodo and Laffey for putting on this fantastic race. If you enjoyed what you watched, please be sure to give the channel a follow. And definitely check out the Final Fantasy Randomizer YouTube channel where the races will be put on as well. On top of that, we do have Final Fantasy Randomizer races over on RPG Limit Break. So definitely keep your eyes peeled for those. Come join the Discord and grab yourself the spectator role to be notified of when races are happening and what channel they will be live on. And also make sure to give both Oslodo and Laffey a follow, my co-commentator Win Fox, our tracker Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna, and our restreamer Thavian Hawk. Make sure to give all of them a follow as well. And with that, I do believe that is going to be it for this race. So stay tuned for more races coming up with the Great Chaos Caper, the Final Fantasy Randomizer Winter Tournament 2025. On behalf of our two runners, Oslodo and Laffey, my co-commentator Win Fox, our restreamer Thavian Hawk, and our tracker, Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna, I am Sonny Wrath 11. I hope you all keep the orbs empowered and alive, and wish you all a good night, good morning, and good afternoon.